What's going on, guys? Worked on right here, and I know I said a long time ago that I wasn't gonna post any more Modern Warfare 3 on this channel, but I figured I'd post one last game because of the fact that I want to make this a kind of a review of Modern Warfare 3 and my final thoughts on the entire game itself. And also, one last note. I know it's a gold ACR silencer extended mag gameplay. I know you guys have been seeing those for the past 11 months. Bear with me, please. It's one last game. I was playing the other day, and I had to get a good game just so I could, do this review commentary. And I ended up using this gun. So I ended up going 45-7 in this domination. Not the best score, but pretty decent, I guess you could say. So that's how it went down. But yeah, this video is going to be a review of Modern Warfare 3 in its entirety. My final thoughts on the game, what I thought of it, and stuff like that. So this is going to be split into, I could do 3 parts. I think I'm going to pair up campaign and Spec Ops, though. So it's going to be 2 parts in the same video. I'm just going to split it up. So I'm going to first talk about the campaign and the Spec Ops and what I thought of those, and then I'm going to go over to the multiplayer. And if this gameplay goes over, I'm probably going to put some Black Ops gameplay over it. I know it probably won't fit with the whole video and it being a Modern Warfare 3 review, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. You can, like I said, bear with me. But let's begin. So, campaign and Spec Ops. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. In my opinion, this has been the best campaign in the series. The difference between Infinity Ward's campaigns and Treyarch's campaigns is that Treyarch trumps them story-wise. Okay, Black Ops and World at War's story, and from what I can tell from Black Ops 2, story is going to be amazing, and it already has been amazing with Treyarch's games. So Treyarch has them trumped story-wise. But Infinity Ward, aesthetically, the way the game looks, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, aesthetically, I think it is, it looks awesome. These games look a lot better, especially Modern Warfare 3's, the beginning 2 missions where you're in destroyed New York, or New York after it's been, attacked by planes and missiles and stuff, and all the buildings are half destroyed. It looks awesome, and I love that. The story wasn't that bad either. I like the way the story kind of flowed through and had a nice ending to it. I don't know. The game's been out for 11 months. I was about to spoil the ending, but I think I'm not going to do that. I won't spoil the ending for you guys. But yeah, the campaign I thought was perfect. It was a really good campaign. It kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time. I actually sat down and played it through almost 9 hours just straight, just play through the campaign, and it felt pretty cool, and I like the campaign. Now, I've never said this before, and I didn't even say this with Modern Warfare 3, but I've never said this before, but I'm really, really excited for Black Ops 2's campaign. I'm not going to talk too much about that because this is a review for Modern Warfare 3, but the campaign in Black Ops 2 looks amazing. Can't wait to play it. So that's the campaign in Modern Warfare 3. I really liked it. It was probably, in my opinion, everything I'm saying in this video is my opinion, but in my opinion, is the best campaign in the series so far. So, Spec Ops. I enjoyed Spec Ops, but I gotta say, it's got nothing on, zombies in Treyarch games. It's got nothing on zombies, but it's a nice addition to the game. In Modern Warfare 2, I understand they wanted to add something kind of like zombies, but, they couldn't obviously copy it, so they put in these Spec Ops missions that were, I don't want to say an extension to the campaign, but, they kind of acted like that. They played in a similar style to a campaign mission would. And it's pretty cool. They didn't extend the storyline, but they played like a campaign mission. That was pretty cool. I have played through all the Spec Ops missions in Modern Warfare 3, and I liked them a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I like them as much as Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, I played through Spec Ops with a friend, and yeah, it was just a lot more fun than playing them solo. I don't know if it'd be different if I played Modern Warfare 3 ones solo, but Modern Warfare 2 missions, I'd say I'd like better, but Modern Warfare 3 missions are still cool. I love the addition of survival mode. Survival mode, like I said, it has nothing on zombies. I mean, I love zombies with a passion, so as you can tell, I made an entire month on my channel out of it. So, zombies has everything over survival mode, but I'm not going to call survival mode bad. It was actually pretty good. I like survival mode. it got boring after a little while, but the fact that you can play it on every multiplayer map made it not so much boring as if you could only play it on a map or two. Um, so that's survival mode, and then with the chaos mode DLC that came out over the summer, I think it was over the summer, something like that, maybe in August or September. That was a great addition to Spec Ops. That's my favorite mode in Spec Ops right now is chaos mode. When I just want to go in and kind of shoot shit for just like non-stop shooting, non-stop killing. It's so fast-paced, and I love chaos mode. So I think that was a really nice addition to Spec Ops, and I like that a lot. So my overall review of campaign and Spec Ops, I'll give it a B plus. Well, maybe an A. I'll give it an A, maybe an A minus. I don't know, something in there, in that general range, because I think they did really well with the campaign, really well with Spec Ops. Spec Ops had its kind of problems. The missions were okay. Survival mode got boring a little quick, even though you could play it on tons of maps, and chaos mode was amazing. Yeah, I'll probably give it an overall A. So I like what they did with campaign and Spec Ops. Moving on to the multiplayer. So, as you guys might know, and if you watch the SSDD podcast, which, by the way, if you're wondering where they're at, I've never told you guys, where they kind of went. They're on Save Us Romo's channel. He streams them every week. Instead of me streaming them on Twitch, he streams them right on his channel on Google Hangouts, so you can see all our lovely faces, and, they upload straight to his channel afterwards. You don't have to go to Twitch or anything, and saves me the upload time. So go on Save Us Romo's channel if you want to see the podcast. But if you do watch a podcast, you will hear me talk about how much I do not like Modern Warfare 3 as far as multiplayer goes. And I have to say, in my opinion, Modern Warfare 3 has the worst multiplayer in the series. I would say Modern Warfare 2, because Modern Warfare 2 has more things wrong with it than Modern Warfare 3. But here's why I'm saying Modern Warfare 3 is worse. When I got into Call of Duty multiplayer, Modern Warfare 2 was the game that I really got into it first. It was the game that I'd played World at War and Call of Duty 4 multiplayer, and I later got into them, during Modern Warfare 2's cycle. But I really got into Call of Duty multiplayer during Modern Warfare 2. So since it was my first Call of Duty game that I really got into the multiplayer with, it has kind of a fun factor to it that Modern Warfare 3 doesn't. If I had gotten into Modern Warfare 3 as my first multiplayer, I might feel a little different. But Modern Warfare 2, even though there's so much more things wrong with it, like the noob tubes, the Danger Close one-man army, Last Stand, there's so many things wrong with that game, it has a fun factor to it for me. Just today, I got on Modern Warfare 2, I was playing for a couple hours, having fun. Even though I was getting noob tubed and quick-scoped and stuff, I was having so much fun playing Modern Warfare 2, because it has a fun factor to it that Modern Warfare 3 doesn't have for me. So, yeah, let's get on to why I really don't enjoy Modern Warfare 3. I'll start off by saying it got boring for me quick, and here's why it got boring for me quick. This was the first Call of Duty game on my main account that I did not prestige on. I prestiged on my other account that I play with like my friends on and stuff, and I prestiged about 5 times. But on my It's a White Kid account, the one that I use for like YouTube gameplays and where I add YouTube friends on and stuff, I got bored of it quickly because I didn't prestige on this account. And I have tons of gold guns, but it still got boring for me quick. Not leveling up, not prestiging at all, and just keeping the same guns and having to go through that tedious level 30. It's I don't really know how to describe it. It just kind of got boring really quickly for me. So there's one reason why I think Modern Warfare 3 kind of got on my bad side pretty early. It just got boring. Oh, right here, by the way, this guy Kevin King 06, he gets 2 Moabs. Okay, he calls this one in, and it explodes, and I knife the air just because I knife the air for everything. And then as soon as this thing explodes, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, you got a Moab, he calls another one in. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen a double Moab before in my life, besides YouTube, but in a game, I've never seen one before, so it was pretty cool for me. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to cover over this with some Black Ops gameplay. But yeah, Modern Warfare 3, it got boring quickly for me. It might have been the leveling system. It might have been some of the other features of the game that just didn't have a fun factor to it. I don't know, but it got boring quick. Here's some things about the actual game itself, the multiplayer that I did not enjoy. Here's the thing with Modern Warfare 3. I can't knock them for everything, because as you guys know, or as you might know, with the whole lawsuit with Weston Zampella and Infinity Ward was wrapped up in that during and after Modern Warfare 2's launch. So they only had, instead of 2 years to make Modern Warfare 3, they only had 8 months. 8 months to make this game that you played for the past 11. They had 8 months to make it. And that's why everything, all the textures look like Modern Warfare 2. That's why a lot of the same guns from Modern Warfare 2 are in the game. It's just they're reskinned. It's that's why this game is so similar to Modern Warfare 2, because they only had 8 months to make it. So I can't knock them for everything. While this is, in my opinion, the worst Call of Duty multiplayer in the series, they only had 8 months to make it. And that includes the campaign and the Spec Ops. So that's why the multiplayer, to me, I can't just completely diss them for it, because they only had 8 months for the game. But let me just say what's wrong with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer for me. The spawns. The spawns are terrible. Okay, they're still terrible. They fixed them. At the beginning of the game, my God, they were freaking terrible. They were just awful, and they fixed them through several patches. But even still, I'll hop in free-for-all every once in a while, and I'll still spawn behind a guy sometimes, or a guy will spawn behind me, Even in regular game modes, kill confirm, domination, I'll do that. I will spawn next to a guy, and it kind of sucks. But that's just how it is. Their spawn logic in this game was a little messed up in the fact that you spawn next to the guy who killed you, and that's just not good spawn logic at all. So the spawns are messed up, and like I said, they fixed them through several patches. They got better, but they're still bad, if that makes sense. I mean, they fixed them a little bit, but they're still bad. So that's the spawn system. I don't like the spawn system in this game. That is the first main reason why I don't like this game. Second main reason, lag compensation. Again, this is kind of the same thing with the spawns. They fixed it through a series of patches, but it's still bad. But I like lag compensation a little better than the spawns. When the game first came out, the lag comp was awful. Everybody lagged, because what lag compensation does is it kind of gives you a balance. So if you're at 50 ms ping and there's a guy with 125 ms ping, when the game loads up, when the game is starting, it does this thing where it'll balance you out. So even though you have 50 ms ping, it'll give you 85, and even that guy has 125, it'll give him 85. So on paper, it sounds like a good idea to do. It sounds like an amazing idea to balance out the lag in the game and not give anyone host advantage. But in practice, it did not play out like people thought it would. It was just terrible. And like I said, they fixed it through patches, but it's still bad. And instead of trying to fix the lag compensation in the spawns, instead what they're doing is turning on double XP every fucking hour just to get us to play the game. And that's what I think it is, and that's what I had a talk with Savas Romo about this. That's what he thinks it is. It's a sad tactic that they're using, all this double XP, to try to get us to play the game that they're not gonna fix because they're a little lazy. So I can understand that it's a big issue, and it's a long, tedious issue to try and fix the lag comp, but at least try and do something about it instead of turning on double XP all the time. Okay, I'm about to move on to my next reason. This isn't really a main reason. This and this is gonna sound like a really stupid reason not to like the game, but holy fuck, tone it down with the double XP. Jesus Christ, dude! Like, I just talked about this a second ago, and oh my God. I never thought I'd see a company in Call of Duty put on double XP this much. When I played Black Ops, when I played Modern Warfare 2, it was a special occasion to have double XP. It was a holiday weekend. It was Easter weekend, Veterans Day, Labor Day, I don't know, name it. It was a special event. It was Christmas. It was Thanksgiving. It was something like that. But in this game, it appears that every weekend at Infinity Ward is a special weekend. I mean, you know, they did this weekend. This past weekend, they had a double XP weekend for absolutely no reason. And then this weekend, they're doing a charity drive event, so they're having double XP. If they raise $20,000, then they're turning on double weapon XP. Like, dude, if you're gonna like have these, if they're gonna tease us with this when they've already put it out like every weekend, why not just keep it permanently on? I'm willing to bet that that's what they're gonna do once Black Ops 2 comes out. They're gonna permanently turn on the double XP and double weapon XP in this game, because holy fuck, dude, they put it on so much. I don't see why they don't just do that. I don't see why they don't just permanently turn it on, because it makes sense, right? They turn it on every weekend. They might as well just keep it permanently on during the week and every other day of the year. So, I mean, it seems like that'd be a good idea to me, but to them, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, just tone it down with the double XP, please. I mean, like I said, it sounds really stupid to be complaining about, but Jesus, we had enough double XP, okay? It's crazy. So, that, while it sounds like a stupid complaint, that is a complaint that I have about the game. As far as gun balance goes, yeah, they did okay. They could have did a little better. The ACR, the MP7, the obvious ones are a little more powerful than they could be, but that is what it is. It's not much that they can do about that now. They fixed the underpowered ones like the M16, the PM9. What other ones did they fix? They fixed the shotties. I think they made them do a little more damage. So, they fixed the underpowered ones. They kind of fixed the Type 95 back when it was out. Yeah, I think they reduced the hipfire spread to it, or increased it. I'm sorry. And they kind of fixed it like that. But gun balance wise, they did all right. I mean, it's as if every gun in this game has stopping power equipped to it. So it's kind of like in Modern Warfare 2. I mean, you never really saw someone with not running stopping power. So they just figured, why not just stick it on every gun in this game so you can actually have another second perk, which I like that idea. So yeah, gun balance. The sniping balance. I've come to learn that there's a difference between sniping and Call of Duty sniping. And as you might know, if you listen to SSDD, or I don't know if I've talked about it in other commentary, but I'm not a fan of quickscoping. It's not something that I think should be in the game. But when I talk about it in YouTube videos, I tend to try to be as is unbiased a word or not biased? I don't really know, but you know what I mean. I tend not to try to favor the side of anti-quickscoping. I try to be as logical about it as I can. But I gotta say, even though I hate quickscoping in this game, the sniping, like as a whole, is very, very unbalanced. Black Ops 2, I feel like they got it right. I've never played the game, obviously, but I feel like that Black Ops 2 sniping, from what I can tell, and from what I can tell from the people that have played the game, Black Ops 2 sniping has it right. And, in my opinion, Black Ops has it right. But I guess to a lot of the people who do a kind of a balance between quick scoping and hard scoping, they don't enjoy Black Ops sniping. They say it's a little too unfair. So, personally, as a quote-unquote hard scoper, I think Black Ops sniping is balanced, but, this game, even if you're a quick scoper, you have to agree that this game's sniping is unbalanced. But it looks like Black Ops 2 has it right, so I'm excited to see what they gotta do about the sniping there. The perks, I don't want to say the perks are unbalanced, but they kind of are. I gotta say, perk tier 3 in this game is completely balanced. Completely. Like, you have so many good perks. You have Steady Aim, Marksman, Stalker, Dead Silence, and Sit Rep. Is that it? Yeah, the third tier perks. That is really, really balanced. I like that a lot. The first tier is decently balanced. Recon maybe a little better of a perk in like S&D than it could be. I don't know. I like the first perk balance in this game. It's pretty good, but the second perk balance is really bad. Here's why. What they should have done is put Blind Eye, taken Blind Eye out of the first tier and put it in the second tier with Assassin, or take Assassin out of the second and put it in the first with Blind Eye. They should have had Blind Eye and Assassin in the same tier, so you can't double up on them and have the same Ghost Pro ability as earlier games. And also, What they should have done is they should have oh, not they should have done, but I got to complain about something real quick. There is no reason whatsoever that you should use overkill over assassin, okay? They made it so that assassin, or quick draw and assassin, I mean, both quick draw and assassin, they made it so that those perks are so prominent and so useful over the other perks in this game that you can hardly not even use those. You can make an argument for hardline, but blast shield, okay, first of all, blast shield severely underpowered, so I can see why you wouldn't want to use that. And overkill, blast shield and overkill, you have no reason to use those perks instead of assassin or quick draw. Those perks are so good. And you know, a way they could have made quick draw a little better, is at least quick draw pro, is if you could replenish your stuns and your flashes and your grenades with scavenger. Couldn't do that in this game, and I'm assuming they kind of did that so you could balance out the quick draw and the scavenger perks. And maybe recon, you know, if you had specialist and you could replenish your stuns and flashes, if you could throw them quickly, replenish them, and, you know, mark people on the radar, I can kind of see how that brings balance to it. But it kind of makes quick draw pro a little not useful if you only have 3 chances to, or even 2 if you're using a smoke grenade to throw out your stuff. So that's that. I don't really know. I don't really know if I have more time to complain about other things in Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. You know, like I said, the gun balance could be a little better. The perk balance could have been a little better. The spawn and lag comp are bad. The maps, real quick. Let me kind of talk about the maps really quick. I like Black Ops. I like Treyarch's maps better. My all-time favorite game map-wise is World at War. Those are my favorite maps in any Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3's maps are really, really small. They're not really, really small, but they play small because they're just so narrow and so close quarters. It just makes the game flow like it plays really small, and that makes an SMG like really prominent on like every single map. So I could use a little more variety in the maps. You know, make a couple maps like Array, and make a couple maps like Dome or Shipment, or well, not Shipment, that's a bit too small, but you know what I mean. Get a variety in the size of the maps. You know, they're mostly all small, or at least they all play small, and they could be a little better as far as size-wise. I can't really complain about this too much, but one thing I have noticed with the Modern Warfare 3 maps is the fact that most of them is like an overly destroyed area. I mean, you can make a couple exceptions, like maybe Outpost would be an exception. I don't know about Mission. Mission might be. I can't. Mission might be a one that is kind of overly destroyed, but there are some in there that are just like these overly destroyed, and it's like a common theme among these maps. It's like this overly destroyed area. So that would have been nice to get some, you know, nicer looking, not destroyed maps. That would have been pretty cool to see. But yeah, it looks like I might have to wrap this up here. I know I went way over what I was supposed to. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you stuck through this all, you are a champion. You are a legend. You should leave a like on this video. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. If you enjoyed the video, though, if you want to leave a like, that's fine. But if you don't really want to, I don't really mind. It's been a long video, so just the fact that you stuck through it makes you a legend in my eyes. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in Call of the Dead? Is that the next zombie map that I have to do? Yeah, Call of the Dead. So I'm going to be playing that solo, and if I don't finish the rest of the zombie maps by the end of Zombies Month, then I might not do them. I don't know. Shangri-La and Moon. I'll for sure do Call of the Dead, but Shangri-La and Moon I might pass out on to see if I can I don't know. We'll see if I can fit them into Zombies Month. If I can't, then I might have to go over a couple days. But like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching and sticking through for 24.5 minutes with me. But yeah, see you guys later. Peace.